Well, good evening. God bless everyone on another magnificent Monday. And as we often say, we call it Magnificent Monday because we've had such a magnificent time on Sunday. And we're still basking in the glory and the blessings and just the presence of God and what God has done for us. We're so grateful for all of you that have chosen to chime in and to be a part of reliable sources, and we take pride in the name reliable sources. Whatever source, let me rephrase that, whatever topic we're dealing with, uh, we make sure to the best of our ability that our sources are reliable so we can bring you some in-depth information on any and all of the topics. So we're grateful to God for that. Again, we're thanking you for chiming in, for all of you that have chimed in, for you that are going to chime in. We also would like to remind you that we do not own the rights to this music, but we're so grateful that we have it to play alongside of us. So, hey, do me a favor, and I'll be telling you this off and on today. Hit that share button. As we often say, when you share, it proves you care. And if you care, you're going to share. So hit that share button and let someone else know that Reliable Sources is on the air. And we're expecting another high time, another exciting topic, and we're going to dive into it in just a little bit. But we're going to wait just a couple more minutes, give a few more people opportunity to chime in and to be a part of this great topic, great subject that we're going to be dealing with on tonight. So thank you for, again, chiming in. And I know there's some that are listening that's hearing me. Just haven't saw your name yet, but we're thanking you for chiming in as well. And we're appreciating you and your contributions, your input into what into what we're doing. So God bless you. Hit the share button. Thank you, Keisha, daughter, cousin Keisha, for hitting that share button. God bless your precious heart, daughter Lena, and thank you. People don't know it, but sometimes you work two jobs. You was working two jobs this morning, working with me. Thank God for you. Thank God for daughter Marcinda. Bless your precious heart. We're thanking the Lord for you. And Lord, I see one of the greatest men I know, uh, Bishop Grover Rainey. God bless you. Thank God for you. Happy Father's Day to you. And I trust that you had a fantastic Father's Day. We appreciate you, Bishop. So, hey, y'all, come on, hit that share button. Hit that share button. As we often say, when you share, it proves you care. And if you care, you're going to share. Thank you, daughter Steph, for chiming in. We appreciate we appreciate you as well. And again, we're so grateful to the Lord Jesus Christ. T Dog.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah.
You want to greet the people or anything?
I just want to say thank y'all for tuning in to another great topic we're going to have for y'all today. Thank y'all for sharing, liking, and please, y'all, keep sharing. Even when it's over, please keep sharing so people can come and watch more of these.
Absolutely. And we're so grateful for all of you all hitting the share button. Hey, listen, we're going to get ready to dive into our topic where we're going to pick up on where we left off at in part on yesterday. I'm sorry, yesterday.
I had to think about it too for a second.
Where we left off at on last Monday. Times is changing rapidly. Days are moving extremely fast. And so, I just really feel that we would be doing ourselves and the Lord a disservice if we didn't talk about what's going on now and sort of go back into what we were talking about in the past, the 20th century versus the 21st century. And just the changes that we've endured. And I put emphasis on endured because some of us, that's really what we've done. We've endured. And one of the reasons we've endured from the 20th century to the 21st century, we haven't gotten acclimated to the way things have changed yet.
Mhm.
And so we're still trying to hold on to the past and be relevant.
Mhm.
You cannot hold on to the past and be relevant. We can reflect, reverence the past, but you can't hold on to it. You know, it was it's a saying that I think that's overused, and anytime something is overused, it doesn't get its due diligence or justice.
Yeah.
You know, like when people say, "Oh, that's a great man," or "That's a great woman of God,"
Right.
"Oh, we had a great time," you know, "Oh, that's a great color on you," or whatever. Some words we use, we overuse them, and it takes away the significance of the phase, or the phrase, the statement, the comment
Comment, right.
by what we use. So
Like it's mystique. Like you take away like the mystique of it. I got not mystique, but like
yeah,
I guess I want to say maybe what it holds.
just the
value to.
emphasis,
Yeah,
the value of it.
value. That's what I'm.
And so I'm gonna use a phrase
Mhm.
that I think is overused, but it's relevant, and I want you to really think about it. With everything being the way that it is now, I'm talking about everything: society, politicians, church, people, gas prices, food prices, everything. You know, people will have a tendency to murmur and to complain, and it's done unconsciously.
Mhm.
You know, for example, and I listen to stuff. Have y'all ever seen it? I'm gonna make this statement. Have y'all ever seen this commercial where this older guy and it's his wife, they're sitting in the living room and she's going through mail, and she go and the wife says, and they're older now, "These prices are ridiculous."
Mhm.
And then they take the camera down underneath the house,
Mhm.
and they're
Yep.
down there digging gold,
Yeah.
and they say she's sitting on a gold mine.
Yeah.
That's sort of where we are in life. We're sitting on the surface and murmuring and complaining and not really realizing we're sitting on a gold mine because we know Jesus Christ. Now, with that said and done, the phrase that I want to tap into or use that I feel is overused and used in the wrong context is simply this. We hear it all the time. It is what it is. And I don't think people really realize what they're saying when they say it is what it is. What I'm saying that to you tonight, the way the situation is, it is what it is. So we got to learn how to deal with and come up with solutions for it is what it is. All right,
Do you think? 'Cause I know I use that a lot in certain things, but I feel like, do you think? I guess depending on the situation, do you believe that people who say it is what it is, depending on the situation now, you think it's like a cop out, or not? I won't say cop out, but it's like compromising.
I think it could be both.
Mm.
I think it could be an excuse for compromising. It can also be a cop out for not wanting to deal with stuff. That's what I mean by I don't think people really realize what they're saying when they say that.
Yes, sir.
If I'm saying it is what it is, I'm saying, okay, now let's deal with it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying tonight. It is what it is.
Mhm.
Let's deal with it. So with that said and done, you know, I mentioned it a couple weeks ago or so ago about how from 1990 to 1999, 1990 to 1999, again, we're talking 21st century,
Mhm.
way before the turn of the century, the average church size was 275 people. It's the average church. Boy, that's a big church nowadays.
Right.
But that was the average church size. This is according to statistics. And from the year 2000 to present, the average church size is 75 people.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, it was 250 people from 1999, from 1990 to 2000.
Mhm.
So at the turn of the century, the church started to go, physically speaking and morally speaking, it started to go in decline. And so your average church goes from 250 people to 75 people in a congregation. And I really did research, and this is really crazy, y'all. Uh, they say people wanted to spend more time, and it's true, fishing, hunting, vacationing, cleaning their cars, cleaning their houses, working in the yard. They say they'd rather do that than go to church. Now, hey, God Himself worked 6 days and rested on the seventh day. We should be able to do what we're going to do in 6 days, and the seventh day give that to the Lord. All right, well, I believe the Saturday is the Sabbath. I don't care what day you believe is the Sabbath. You still ought to do what you need to do in 6 days and rest on the seventh day, whatever that day may be. So anyway, I need some feedback from the viewers, from you that are listening. I love your input. Let's get smarter, as I often say, when I'm expecting y'all to help me and T-Dog out here. And we want to know how can we take things, T, like for, the internet, and use it to our advantage instead of allowing it to use us to its advantage. And when I say that, I'm not saying that in a terrible way. I'm not being negative, so I don't want anyone to read into that. But just think about a lot of the things in the world today that were designed for us to use is using us.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it's just real talk, y'all. So how can we take things that are using us, that were designed for us to use it? That's why it was designed. Utilities was designed for us to use them, but we're always coming out of the hole paying utility bills. Just things, but really I want to talk about the day and time in which we're living in, because we're dealing with a lot of social media. And again, social media was designed for us to use it, but it's using us. So y'all chime in while T is helping us get smarter.
So I believe this is just me. I feel like so many people, they kind of use it in a negative light just to get their say. Because normally,
give me an example.
Like, let's say for instance, oh, I don't like you, but I want the whole internet not to like you. So I'm gonna spew so much vile venom, poison onto you, saying nothing but lies about you, just so it can make me feel better. I'm not the only one hating on you, and people who's following me doing that, they don't know who you are.
Right.
They just follow. Because right again, we in the era of I can't remember the word of not shippers, but bandwagons. We had a lot of people who's bandwagoning just to fit in, instead of just, hey, let me share what I'm doing on here. Now you may not like what I do, but because what I'm sending to you is, like I said, the good stuff. Now I want to show you, hey, this is what I'm doing. I have a friend on Instagram. He do little small comedy skits. It's funny, it's short, and that's normally what it should be for. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, that should it be for. Right
information,
or to put your workout there.
Right.
But now it's someone's Twitter, as they say, is successful because all I do is nothing but hate.
So hey, y'all come on, chime in. So what brews that? What make people? I mean, that's if you all agree. Now, if you don't agree with what Terrence just said, please express yourself.
Please do,
and let us know. But if you agree that it's used negative, too much, a little bit, or whatever the case may be,
too much though.
Why do you think it's so? What do I guess what I'm asking? Bro Hilton, good to see you. Keisha, Lena, Tanya, Mother Wanda, Marcinda, Margaret. I guess what I'm asking y'all, when people I guess you could say spewing out negativity, is that who they are?
I believe so. Honestly, I think that's really who they are. Because one of the terms that's been used a lot now since 2021, 2022, keyboard warriors.
Really?
Yeah. So because somebody.
First I heard of that.
So what's a keyboard warrior is? I'm gonna talk all this smack behind my computer, and sometimes they put an image which is not them or something else. I'm gonna talk all the smack I want to, and you can't find me.
Wow. And they call that a warrior?
Keyboard warrior.
I call that a keyboard coward.
That's really what they are.
That is, you're a keyboard coward. You're not a keyboard
Mhm.
warrior. But you know, and we're going to deal with some solutions. Conflict resolution.
Mhm.
That's because it's a lot of conflict in the world today. But
Yeah.
first, we got to find out what's causing it. And look, I know the general answer that most of you all want to get. It's the devil. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But what are some of the tools or some of the people that he's using to get his purpose accomplished or to cause this mishap? And we got to see if we identify it, then we all can collectively fight it. And prayerfully, we can be impactful to us, then in our home, then in our community, in our church, in the school, wherever we may be going, the grocery store, wherever. But we get comments.
Yeah, we got a couple comments right quick. Excuse me. Sister Marcella said, "It is what it is, an acceptance of something." Going to cousin Keisha, she
Wait a minute, say what now?
She said, it is what it is, an acceptance of something.
Okay, yeah, I like that. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. All right, go ahead, T.
Cousin Keisha says, we can use the internet for our advantage. For example, education, networking. That's really what it's for, supposed to be networking.
Mm-hmm.
To grow businesses and witnessing.
Okay, all right. Now that's using it and not using us. All right. Go ahead.
And Sister Marcinda says, people are different people on the internet, which is that's how they keep.
Wow.
Than in person, they express themselves on the computer than in person. Because what's sad is, again, COVID. People are so used to not being in front of people.
Mm-hmm.
I think we still trying to. I think people really are trying to grow back into that, but they're so busy being being a whole different personality, they get lost in that internet personality of themselves.
Well, and that's true. I agree with you. I totally agree with you. But I think we need to figure out our own personality flaws. Yeah. Because I can remember even before COVID, there were people that can tell you off on the phone. They'll write you a letter.
Yeah.
But they'll be a total different person in front. So that's a personality flaw. I should be able to express myself better in person than I do on social media, by letter, by email or whatever. But and I think that this is just me. I'm not a psychiatrist, but I think that's some kind of personality psychological flaw that people have, and they stay. And my point is, social media has given them a tool that they can really hide behind now. Yeah. And you'll never achieve or reach the point of just say maturity or mental success that you should reach when it's a different than if me and you together and you may in a smooth way insult me and I don't recognize it until I get in my car or get home. Right. I'm out of your presence. And I'll be like, I can't believe he said that.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, I can't believe that I let him get away with saying that.
Yeah.
That's different. But when I'm in your presence and you insult me and I want to get back with you, but I have this psychological flaw to where I'm not comfortable getting back with you. So I got to wait till I get home, get on the computer and whatever the case. These are things that we really, man, I'm telling you, it's so many excuses for so many of the things that's going wrong today instead of us dealing with it. I want y'all to really feel that. It is a lot of excuses for things that are going wrong individually, corporately, and we're not dealing with them. And that's why things are not getting any better for us. Go ahead, Tim. We got some more.
I like the comment, but it's sad because I get it, but sometimes you don't know. Some in a certain situation, some people don't know how to deal with that, and that's and again, that's fine. But that's God let you pray to God to help you work on you and help you be a better person. But to sit there and talk behind somebody's back like that when they did it right in your face publicly, you know you can't sit there and go behind the keyboard and say, I make fun of you. And either A, they're gonna know it's you, or B, people gonna call you fake. So
and it's a whole lot of that going on in society. So come on, y'all, we need your feedback and just point out some of the things that are going wrong, so we can come up with solution for the conflict. All right, what do we got here?
Cousin Keisha, sorry, Jesus, I'm bad today. Cousin Keisha said, when people use negativity because they're envious, low esteem, miserable, and have a need to feel the need, a needed act, they hide behind the device and target others.
Yeah, low self-esteem. Yeah. But you know, some of these people, they don't realize that that's a problem and that's a flaw. And I agree with you, Keisha. I definitely agree with you. So and they'll do that without dealing with the person. You know, I think it's so wrong and egregious if I got a problem with you and I'm gonna get on the internet and talk about you. Even if I don't call your name, I'll paint such a picture to people that know you and know me. They'll know that I'm talking about you. But even if they don't know you, or if they know you, they don't know the whole story. Right. They don't know why I'm venting.
And that's normally what some people do.
Yeah, they don't know why
they don't know those stories.
Yeah, and so they got a way of making you look bad.
Right.
And as you stated earlier, I don't ever think we should be mad at someone because someone else is mad at them. Now, don't get me wrong. When you have family members or people that you love and you're close to, somebody hurt them, you got a right to be upset about that. You got a right to be upset about that and what they done. But just, you know, this trend of I don't like them because you don't like them. You know, that you got to get away with that. But you need to pay attention to stuff that, and it may sound like double talk, but it's really not. Pay attention to when people are mistreating people, because many times that's a sign and a warning to you. If they did it to the green tree, they're going to do it to the dry. You know, so we want to be conscious of all of that. All right, let's go. What else we got?
I'm going to read these comments because I do have a story to tell about that, about people.
Okay.
But Sister Leia says, I agree with Terrence. Sometimes if you're upset about someone, you may use social media to let them know you are not pleased with something they may have said or done they didn't like. And because I like what she said, because a lot of times I'm gonna tell myself. I used to work at Popeyes. Somebody I didn't like, I feel like I like a full paragraph, and I ain't say the person's name, but I stopped because because again, that shouldn't be my outlet.
Absolutely,
that shouldn't be my outlet.
Absolutely, and you know, and I'm so grateful to God that you've never seen me murmuring, complaining, talking about people on social media. I don't believe in doing that. And again, you're not a keyboard warrior. You are a keyboard coward when you do that, because, you know, man, we got a lot to cover. So let's go ahead and read.
All right, so
I don't talk too much.
Cousin Keisha said, it is a characteristic of codependency.
Yes. And that's terrible too. That's okay. What else we got here?
Sister Margaret said, I don't know that that can go both ways. If I share something that is negative, I'm sharing that to show what a shame it is. Not that I'm a negative person. Now, on the other hand, a lot of people that post all positive things can be low key to the biggest hypocrite. I like what you're saying there.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's good, Sister Margaret. Thank you.
You brought up a good point, because a lot of people who share stuff that's negative show like, hey, be careful, be mindful.
Right. Yeah.
But sometimes, for whatever reason, somewhere in their minds, they be like, "Oh, you sharing this? You must be one of them." So,
yeah.
Because I remember a person who I used to talk to. We don't talk no more. We was talking about this actress. the actress that the actress said something controversial. So, and she tried to get me to hate on this actress. So hold up, let me do the work. She just had a certain opinion. It wasn't out of line, out of pocket. So I said she didn't say nothing really wrong, and she didn't like me for that. And I'm like, you ain't gotta like me. I'm just not gonna like you because you don't want me like
and
that.
then you have a right to your opinion.
Exactly.
Sister Margaret, that is good
But
because
that's
some negative stuff, it really can help in
Yeah.
positive ways.
Yeah.
You know, on your battery, you got a negative post, you got a positive post, and you need both of them active in order for the car to start up, and all the other stuff, the radio, the lights, horns, everything to work. All right, thank you for that point. What else we got, T?
Marcin said, so true. And the Sister Tanya said, people like that I call internet and social media bullies, which is very much true.
Yeah.
They're being a bully.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for that. All right. What else we got?
Sister Marcinda says, that's sad. That's how people do to get others to come up against other people.
Yeah.
Easily influenced on and off the internet.
Amen. And thank you. Absolutely. What else we got?
And we got from Sister Tanya, she says, social media is not the place to check somebody or to check out on somebody. If somebody says something that you didn't agree with or dislike or hurt your feelings, you should be able to go to that person and tell that person how they treated you and you didn't like what they said or what they did. And if y'all can't be man enough or warm enough to talk to out and apologize to one another, then cut ties with that person. I'm not gonna be on the internet cutting into someone like that. And she's right.
You know, and thank you, Tanya. You're absolutely right. And I was thinking about that earlier when we were talking about people having problems with people. Mm-hmm. You know, you show maturation when you can get together and talk it out, even if you still disagree. You're not disagreeable, and you're agreeing to disagree, and you go your way. You know what I've noticed? I've been pastoring for, this is my 37th year. I think it's 37th year. But anyway, when I graduated from the African American College of Pentecostal Bishops Congress, long word, it's going to be a long title. One of the courses we had to take psychology, and we'd take counseling. Now, I used to do counseling. Pastor Brenda and I, we did counseling for years, and sometimes I had so many, and some of y'all remember this, Tanya, and different ones. I used to I had so many counseling sessions until I had to have an appointment. And every week, and I would do it on Bible class days because, you know, it wouldn't be such a wear and tear on me coming to the office at another time. But every week for years, I was doing counseling. And here's my point. I hardly ever do counseling now. Pastor Brendan, y'all got it. I'm not trying to get y'all to call us for no counseling. I'm just trying to show you the changing of the times. Yeah. For whatever reason, I don't know, is it because of social media or what? I don't know. People feel that they don't need counseling or help anymore. But the bottom line is, by me not having to counsel like I used to have to counsel, and the world is worse than it was when I did all the counseling, something else is going on. And so we got to, again, recognize the times in which we're living in. All right, T, what else we got here? Thank you, daughter Tanya. Great comment.
Micah says, I like that, Chance. Use the word outlet. Many people use their social platform as outlets to express on the experience they face, mostly to connect with others who understand what they are going through.
All right, now read that again. I want to make sure I'm reading this right.
You said, I like that, Terrence. Use the word outlet. Many people use their social media platforms as outlets to express on the experiences they face, mostly to connect with others who understands what they went through.
So, okay, I got it now, Micah. Thank you, baby. Great comment. But now, is that good, bad, or both?
It's like a double-edged sword because there's like because sometimes people can use that or use that against you, or
Mhm.
people like because it's not always. Let's say for instance, I'm going through something. Maybe let's say too much stress, and I just join a random group on Facebook. I'm telling what I'm going through.
All right, but you're not in a group though. So
Yeah.
don't say that
Oh,
you're not in a group now.
yeah.
I'm taking it as because
It's
she
just
said
not
because she
a group.
say
Okay.
trying to connect.
Right.
So
I think actually, I think it's a good and bad thing, but stuff like that what you're going through is not meant for the internet. And sometimes it can be because there are good people out there who are willing to listen to, who actually sit there and say, I can't tell how many times I look on comment and see people going through, say, hey, hope you feel better. Give us like maybe go see a doctor. And then sometimes other people will be like, get over it.
So Micah, I'm throwing this at you since you made the comment. It's very intriguing. Is that good, bad, both, or what's the intent? But it's a very intriguing comment because I'm looking at the latter part of it. It say mostly to connect with those that something to that effect that are going through.
She just responded to. She just responded to.
Okay. All right. What's the response?
First response, I personally don't think it's good. It's better to talk to someone that can help you or pray about it.
There you go.
Like I said, double-edged sword, but really is not good. You want to be too vulnerable on the internet.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah, exactly that. People who don't care nothing about you for real.
And Michael, you're too intelligent. Thank you for that, baby. That's good. I think we all grasp it now. What is being said. So basically, people are looking to do that. Sometimes are doing it for self-pity or you're vulnerable. Like
that's true.
And people can grab you, grab a hold to it and
I just thought about something. I'm sorry.
And really get you.
I got excited.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because we was watching clip yesterday about what happened to the owner,
Clippers, right.
and how the girl who let everything out, she was using that just to get that attention.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like, because I remember from media, it was just on him. I didn't know nothing about her.
Right.
And seeing what she doing, I thought she's just getting attention now. So in a sense, like you want clout is the word. You want clout.
Right. And that's what people do, and they do a lot of stuff like that for attention, for clout. As Micah said, and basically indirectly saying that you are trying to connect with somebody.
Yeah.
Man, you can be so vulnerable like that. All right, what else we got?
Sister Marcinda says, some don't want to hear the wrong thing they have done. They will walk away because the truth hurts.
Yeah.
People rather hear a lie rather than the truth. Yeah. Timothy 4.
Amen. That's the scripture. Thank you for applying some words to justify what we're saying here. All right, what else we got, T?
Because Keisha says people have negative or drama on the internet. If something positive is posted, only a few will like or respond. But if it's a drama or negative, it will go viral, which is also true.
Wow.
The more negative stuff will go viral.
And that's the way it's been ever since I can remember. Negative news travel faster than positive news. Mm-hmm. All right, what else we got?
Sister Tanya said people will run to Facebook and tell a stranger that their whole life story before they can get the help from a counselor or a psychiatrist or their leaders or even their own family members. They rather run to social media for the likes and the comments.
All right, now I need y'all to help me with this. Mm-hmm. All of y'all that are here in Tense, we'll get some more comments, and because I'd even like to know your opinion about this. Hey, y'all, why people do it? Why why you want to put all of your business on internet? Forgive me, not internet, but social media.
You said right. You said right.
But why would I mean, I know there's a plethora of reasons. Mm-hmm. I know people are trying to get likes. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Just stuff that don't make sense to me. It may make sense to someone else. Right. I don't have all the answers, and this is not a trick question. I'm saying it's really I want to know, why do people do that? I mean, is it low self-esteem? Is it some of the other stuff, whatever the case may be. I really want to know. So let's get some more comments, and we'll come back. And I want to hear y'all. Y'all give me an answer on that. Why people do that?
Sister responded. I'm gonna read her. I'm gonna read.
Who's that?
Sister Marcinda.
Okay.
I'm gonna read Trinity's.
Okay.
Sister Marcinda says attention grabbers. And,
okay.
And Sister Tammy said, I believe people post negativity just to get a response or attention. And that's normally, I have known people just to post some negative stuff just to get some attention. Why they do that? It's like,
yeah, because I mean, come on, man.
Some people want a response. I just say, why you do that? Because I felt like it. I'm like,
well, okay. I just that I can't.
It's attention. It's really what it is.
Grabbers.
Okay, so got another one for it. So it's this
wow.
It's this RL streamer or in real life. This guy named Johnny Smile. We talked about a few months back. What he does, I'm sure some of y'all probably heard the news, but if y'all haven't, I'm gonna do my best to explain it to you. Then Trinity, I ain't forgot about your comment. I'm gonna read yours too, so don't worry. What he does, he do stuff to get reaction. None. Anything he does is always negative. He's very, in mind, he's black. He went to Japan. He was very racist, very disrespectful. So he went to Japan, let him off easy because he's supposed to spend like more time in Japan, more jail time in Japan. But it didn't. They say stop.
Oh yeah, I heard something about that. Yeah.
And
he didn't do all the time.
He didn't do all the time. So then he went to Israel. He did the same thing. He got jumped. He got beat up. And so people like that, they like he thinking like, oh, y'all giving this all this wonderful attention, so I must be doing something right. People are watching you just to see you get hurt.
I wouldn't want attention so bad that I'm willing to get beat up for it.
But they don't care.
And I'm looking at some of the comments. I see all of them are saying attention. Attention. I mean, can people really be that simple? I mean, can you really be?
Some people are watching just so they can fall.
Okay, yeah, but
that's still not good though. I'm not saying.
Yeah, but evidently that got to be the reason because that's what a lot of folk are saying.
Yeah.
Is people are doing stuff for attention, and you shouldn't want attention so bad until you're connected with negativity or something.
And that's what he's
bad as that. But wow,
that's what he's connected to because like the people who've been beating him up, I'm like it's like from what I'm hearing, it's not too bad right now. He's been real quiet because now a lot of people who watch the internet. Say if you come like they'd be like I heard one person if I remember I'm trying to remember right. They say if he comes to my country, we're getting him.
Yeah, see that's flat out stupidity. Yeah. Let's get some more comments because I got a lot of stuff I want to cover.
All right, so Trinity says it is easier for people to respond to negativity to someone else's negativity, especially if they can hide behind something or someone, which is why when we go to the comment section and someone types a hateful negative comment, you see so much angry back and forth between one or a group of people. The best thing you can do is stop, calm yourself,
there you go.
Evaluate your current situation and respond or react to that negativity by praying, asking God to provide you with a solution.
And thank you, Trinity. And I agree with her. And this is my mindset. I don't spend a lot of time on internet. I really don't. But if I do see something negative, the worst I'll do at that point is shake my head. I would never engage in something negative. I would never be the fuel on some negativity or some foolishness. Yeah. I mean, that's just real talk. I'm not, even if I had some time, I can have my opinion about what I see, but I'm still not going to engage in it because it's useless. What else we got?
I can't think. Sister Keita says some people are just want and like that kind of attention, which is sad. And Sister Tam said because they don't have a life. Cousin Keisha said, I think people do it because they have a victim mentality. Because I'm sorry, but Johnny Somali, he taught when he got out of prison in Israel. Oh, I was king, this, that, blah, 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 blah. Everybody liked me. Like several days there, people jumped him. So So people like because like people are not dumb. They're smart. And then if they wanted to, they can find you.
Absolutely.
So you got to be careful
Yeah.
because police was after him, arrested him several different times. Right now he's being quiet because he knows like, okay, let me calm down. Then once it died out long, he's gonna come back, do something even crazier.
And see, and I feel when people are doing that stuff like that, and we know they're doing that and they're doing that for attention, I feel we have an obligation if we're model citizens, and especially if we say born again believers, Christians, it's certain stuff we don't lend our attention to.
Yeah.
We don't lend, as Trinity said, gather yourself, collect yourself, pray for them, pray for the situation, and let's expect the change. Let me shift gears here.
Okay.
Do we have any more comments?
We got one from Sister Tanya and is it RGB? I can't say the name. Is it RGB
churches? Yeah. Okay, give me the.
Oh, they say okay. Sister Tanya says, some people want the.
And God bless you, RBC churches. God bless you. Thank you for chiming in. All right, go ahead, T.
Sister Tanya says some people want the attention from others, and some people really need help.
Yeah.
And I don't know where or who to contact, but for the most part, it's attention seeking.
Now, I like that. I mean, it's so many of y'all, if not every person, is saying attention. Mm-hmm. But Tanya hit the point that I wanted to talk about earlier, and it slipped my mind. Mm-hmm. But they need help.
Yeah.
And so if I'm feeding into their negativity, if I'm commenting, if I'm building their numbers by just being participating, you know, now all of a sudden I'm not helping them because I'm feeding this. I'm the fuel to keep this thing burning. What somebody needs to do is say, hey, you really need some help. Yeah. You know, I'm praying for you, or something to sow some kind of seed to let somebody know that this is not normal. Yeah. And that's something I hope I can get into a little later. How we have normalized things that used to be abnormal. We just know, and we're feeding into all of this negativity. What else we got here?
We got from Sister Margaret. I totally agree with Sister Marcinda. I've seen people crying, talking on Facebook. I'm sorry, but it's like that. I'm sorry, that is just fake. I just don't understand why people are starving for attention. I remember one year on Facebook, I think a girl recorded her. I think her mom didn't know. She recorded coming out to her mother on Facebook, and the mother was disappointed. She was mad. She was crying. And the one thing that's in my mind was, why are you putting this on Facebook?
Absolutely.
Nobody don't need to know that. It's, like I said, sad. Yeah, it's sad. I stopped and watched that. I can't remember what the title, but the title caught my. And sometimes what they put in the title may catch people's attention.
And I think that whenever we see stuff that's negative or we sense, sometimes God will give you discernment to be able to tell what people are trying to do. So if God give me discernment to pick up what somebody's doing or saying, my next thing would be like, God, give me how to respond, or should I respond? And then move on if you say no. Yeah. If yes, you respond accordingly. But let's not feed into other people's negativity. All right, what else we got, T?
We also got from Sister Marcinda saying some people want attention so bad they will fall for anything.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, we mean a little more.
Yeah.
Then I'm go ahead.
Okay. Sister Marcinda also said they become actors and actresses on social media, which is true. And Trinity comes back to say, they like the attention. They like to hear pour you. They like the feeling of people agreeing with them or feeling sorry for them, which is very much true. Mm-hmm. It makes them feel important or like they are right. If it is about a disagreement, sometimes they even feel empowered, like they can get away with some of the things that they post, which encourage them and others to continue negative-oriented posts.
That is really something.
That's true.
Because I can get away with it. You know, I can hide behind these keyboards. I can hide behind this monitor, and y'all are never.
You would never.
That's really something. Thank you for that, daughter. These are things, so y'all. We're coming up with some really, I think, some great, or let me rephrase, great, some good reasons why people are doing bad things. Now, we want to really get into, since these things were designed for us to use them and to take advantage of it. But it's using us and taking advantage of us. So we got to flip the switch. We're going to see how we can flip the switch in just a minute.
Yeah.
Give me a couple more comments before.
Sister Tanya comes saying Facebook and YouTube has made it possible for people to get paid for their videos and comments and likes on social media. So people will do anything for likes, which is very much true. Anything for likes, like the young lady that was blowing weed smoke in her baby's face. Really, I didn't know that face to get likes, but instead she got locked up, which is so stupid. Locked up by the police, got a hold of a video and arrested her.
Now that's a shame, man. I don't want to say good for you, but that's a shame. See, you reap what you sow. I know people, but I don't know them personally. But I've heard about people that had great job opportunities. They had got hired, hadn't started work. Some had just started work, and they posted all of this mess they do on social media. Job caught it, fired them because it was detrimental to the company.
Love you, Marcus.
Or it was stuff that really just the company didn't go along with it, so they lost their job. All right, my main man Mark, God bless you, dude.
He said
your mama say hi to Marcus.
Marcus come with us saying negativity circulates quicker because misery loves company. So people will fake negativity for attention and likes. There are people.
Wait. Go back. You said they'll fake what?
They said they will fake negativity.
They'll fake it.
Fake it till you make it, pretty much.
Okay.
So let's say I'm gonna finish this coming out going to.
Oh, so they really are not.
They're not really being negative. They're just
faking it to grab attention.
Attention.
Okay, that's what I was trying to gather.
There are people who have become famous for being negative, depressed, always seeming down.
Wow.
So people just wanted fame one way or another. They gotta change the narrative for being popular.
There you go.
If it's not popular,
there you go. Now we gotta change the narrative.
Yeah.
Isn't that something? People became famous for being negative, depressed,
controversial.
Now I can see controversial, even because sometimes you could be really have a conviction in your heart that's against somebody else's conviction, and I can see now you got controversy going on a conflict or whatever. So I can see that, but to fake
it,
depression, to fake what do you say, depressed negativity, all that, that
down,
that is crazy, y'all. It's do we got any more comments?
That's it for now.
Okay, let me say this. Things have so drastically changed, and I want to go back to what I said at the top of the program. How people, and I still hear it way too much. People complain about the price of food. Yes, it's high. Do it bother you? Yes, it bothers me. But not to the point that it does other people. They complain about gas prices, complain about everything, clothing, whatever, fruit, vegetables. They complain about everything. And now again, I told you about the commercial where the young lady, the older lady and her husband is sitting up there, and she said, "These bills are getting out of hand." And when they go down to the bottom of the house, these guys they're picking gold. And they say she's sitting on a gold mine and don't even know it. My point of emphasis is there is gold in you. It's a story in the Bible. It talks about this man. He went to a field. The Bible said field, nothing but dirt. And he started digging in the dirt and he found gold. The Bible says he went and sold everything he could and bought that land or bought that dirt. We're nothing but dirt. It's gold in us. And we're not looking at what's in us good enough. We're not identifying who we are. We're not identifying who we're serving. We have been majoring in minors, which is focusing in on the trouble and not focusing in on the solution. When there's an issue, there's trouble going on in our life, we got to learn how to identify the problem. And then we got to learn how to focus in on and what's the solution to the problem. So I'm saying that to say this. You're going to buy grocery. You may be not going to buy as much, or you may not buy the same kind of meat, but you're going to buy it if you're a meat eater. If you're a vegan, you're going to buy or grow vegetables. You still got to buy your own plants to plant them, to grow them. My point of emphasis is you're going to get in your car and you're going to drive wherever you got to go. You're just not going to drive as much. So since I still got to do what I'm complaining about, why am I complaining? It is what it is. This is the day in which we're living in. And once we can wrap our mind around that, once we can grasp and say, okay, this is what it is, this is the way it is. Gas ain't, I can remember, and I mentioned it in church yesterday, I can remember when gas was 25 cents a gallon. I remember when it went up to 49 cents and people complained. And then it went up to 50, 75, $1. Now we're at $3. Marcus is tuning in, his car burns premium. He got to pay $4. We're right at it. He ain't complaining because that's the car he chose to buy and drive. That's the kind of gas you got to put in it. So ain't no need in murmuring and complaining about it. Do it. Let's stop highlighting the negative and let's just insinuate the positive. Let's start, I got to do this. So now what's the best way for me to do what I have to do? It's the same way, me being a pastor for 37 years. Y'all got to remember now, think about it. 37 years I've been pastoring. Some of you can't even wrap your head around it, your mind around it. But church was so different 37 years ago when I first started pastoring than it is now. In all honesty, it took me a while, being in the 21st century, to wrap my mind around what the way church was and the way church is. Folk just not going to do what they used to do. Do I accept it? No. I just say, as Sister Marcinda said, there's a certain acceptance to certain things. But, you can accept something because you have to accept it, but I don't have to like it, And so to a certain extent, I say, hey, folk, it took me a while. Marcus used to tell me, Daddy, people not cut out of the cloth that you're cut out of. They don't do that anymore. So him telling me that repetitively helped me accept the fact that people are different now. Now we that know better should do better. If I know what we're supposed to be doing, I shouldn't let society influence me to do something outside of what I know I should be doing. Compromise my position. Yeah. There's certain compromise that we have to do. Compromise means I'm giving up something to receive something. So what am I willing to give up? And what am I getting in return? Mm-hmm. If what I'm willing to give up is the return, is the reciprocation, is it going to be as much or better in the eyes of God? Am I giving up something that I'll never get back, and I'm getting something that's not going to fulfill what I gave up? Yes, so we got to be conscious of all these kind of things. And again, I put emphasis on we have to make sure that we stop allowing all of these devices that was designed for us to use. They're using us. Ask yourself, are all of these devices, are all these platforms that you may even have, all these devices that I have, am I really using them or are they using me? Everything that God gave us, we should use except people. And we should use, we shouldn't use people. But everything else, your car, your money, devices, whatever, we should be using things to stop that stuff use us. Mm-hmm. So we got to get ready to get off the air, but we want to get back on next week on some more solutions to all of these issues and problems that are going on. Now, I say this, last but not least, again, I said it just a little while ago, I'm saying it again.
Mhm.
You have to make sure that we're not influenced by the world to such an extent until what I know to do, I'm not doing it because other people have gotten outside of what they know. And now they're trying to pull you outside of what you know. When you know better, you do better. Too much, the Bible said, to whom much is given, much is required. It even goes as far as say men require the more. So there's more required of you when you know more.
Mhm.
Stop allowing people to demean make you feel less, demeaning who
Yes,
you
sir.
are, what you
Yeah.
are. Stop doing that. Know who you are, know your worth, know what you're supposed to be doing, and do it. I want to say it again. Know what you're supposed to be doing. Do it with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind, all your strength, all your life. The best is yet to come. Hey, y'all, this has been great. We got to get ready to get off the air, or as we've been saying, it's been fun, but I got to run. We're going to get back next week because I really want to get into more solutions, and we're going to have to compare. So get your stuff together. We're going to be talking about it real soon in some upcoming services about sanctification, holiness. What do they mean? Are these religions? Is this characteristics of God? Is this a way of life? Is it beneficial? Is it not beneficial? We're going to be talking about that really soon. But we also are going to be diagnosing how things really were in the 20th century, how they are now, and have we made the turn? Have we made the change? If we haven't, how can we make the change? Maybe some of us have already made the change. And now how can I make the change? You know, like in other words, I can be converted, but I don't want to conform. So we'll get into all of that on next week, best that we can. Y'all, thank you for making me smarter. This has been so fun, but I gotta run. And thank y'all so much. Please remember, we're gonna be back on the air at Bible class on Wednesday, but it's gonna be live. And it's not going to be normal Bible class because we're going to be in our holy convocation. It's going to be it's going to be great. It's going to be outstanding. We want everybody to come. Carpool, do what you need to do. Get there, invite people, bring people. It's going to be a great time. And we're really going to be expecting a great time in the Lord and for God to move. So get out and be a part. Again, thank you for helping make me smarter. I know you did the same for T-Dog here and my lovely wife, Pastor Brenda. And on that note, on the behalf of my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and my lovely wife, Lady Brenda, the entire ministerial family, until next time, remember to go with God, and God will go with you. God bless you.